What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Garrett the Codmaster Laidlaw here, coming at you with a deck profile of my geargia karakuri for July 2015. I got second place at locals with these guys today, and they worked fantastic. My builds are different from other people's, and I like how I run it though. But anyway, let's just get started with deck. Pretty staple, 3 geargia armors, great. Set him 1900 defense. He's got a big ass, pretty much. He's fucking huge. He's a great card. I use him all the time. Usually, you normally get him first hand, usually, but if you don't, you get either him or this guy, Arsenal. Arsenal essentially is 3 armors, except you don't search, you just special to the field and defense. It's basically 3 more armors, so it's very useful. This is staple. Pretty much everything from here on out, geargia-wise, is staple, somewhat. 3 accelerators, that's staple, completely. He's the one you use to get all your OTKs off. Actually, this is kind of weird. Some people have been running Mark III, but I don't like to. It gets too cloggy, and it's annoying, and I don't like bringing out Geargianos much, but I only run, actually, 2 Mark IIs and 1 regular Geargiano. I don't like the newer ones, because the newer cards kind of suck, honestly, in my opinion. They're too cloggy, they freaking clog my hand too much. Like, Augur, it has so many restrictions, and it's not as great as you'd expect it. But the rest of the monster lineup, 2 Watchdogs, staple. 1 Nishipachi. You can run 2, but I like it at 1. If it ever gets in my hand, it clogs, and it's pretty bad. When you special him with Karakuri Synchro, you can flip your armor before you special him. Then he'll come out, and then you flip armor back and get a free search. 1 Birdman. He's at 1. He's staple anyways. Now that's it for monster count. Don't run any of the new guys. I do have an Augur in my side though, because I don't like to main him. Too many restrictions in my opinion. 3 Upstart Goblins. They're great. Staple for the most part in most decks nowadays. My spell lineup's actually pretty short. 3 MSTs. I don't run Soul Charge in here just because I haven't gotten one yet. I have one, but it's in my other deck, and I don't really want to pull it out and switch it back and forth all the time in between duels. 2 Dark Holes. It helps a lot, whether you set it or use it straight up. 1 Book of Moon. It's at 1. Staple. 1 Mind Control. People don't like to use it as much, but I do. It's pretty good. It helps me do my big pushes, and it helps me get that free fucking monster out of for my opponents of the field. Trap lineup. 2 Trap Stuns. Very comfortable with 2. Because most of my traps, actually, I run only 2 of for the most part anyways. Except for, I think I run 3 of one of them, I just don't remember. 2 Mirror Force. Pretty staple. I like 2. I don't like 3 because it gets a little bit too cloggy. I love Trap Negation because this deck has a lot of traps that you want to go through, so when people try to negate, I have Trap Stun and 7 tools of the Bandit. Because usually I'll like to activate Trap Stun, then do Geargia Gear. So then once Geargia Gear goes off, they can't activate anything to negate. Unless they activate it on top of the chain in front of Geargia Gear. 2 Call the Haunted. Pretty staple. I like 2 rather than 3. 3 kind of clogs. Now 1 Up Traps. Torrential. Staple. Gear, it's at 1. Staple. This one's kind of iffy. I like to main it. Some people like to side it. Macrocosmos. It helps me in a lot of duels. Like Burning Abyss. It's helped me. What else has it helped me? Oh, UAs. Ritual Beasts. Well, not really much Ritual Beasts because most of them get banished anyways, but what else? Dolces, Shadalls it works pretty good for. Psalm, I know its condition makes me cringe, but it's the only one I have right now. And then that's, of course, a staple. Vanities, pretty staple nowadays, because it's at 1 now anyways, which sucks. Bottomless, staple. And that's it for main. That's 40 cards. This is my extra. For rank 4s, Gaga Cowboy, Dweller, Dagusto, 3 Gigants, actually. I like to run 3 Gigants. I'm really comfortable with that. This one's kind of iffy. He's in the new set, World Superstars, and I actually like him. Go Goliath. It lets you add a free armor if it's engrave or accelerator back to hand. and it buffs up their defense. Rank 7 Exceeses, Big Eye and Draco Sack, staple if you run geargia karakuri variant. 2 Berets, pretty staple. Stardust, meh, you can run it. I like to run it. And then 2 Burritos. That's not necessarily staple. I just like to run it like that. And actually, I do have rank 4s on my side because I don't like to put them in my main extra deck because they haven't worked out for me completely, so I don't like to main them as much. But my stroke is in there inside because I don't use him as much. I don't go into him because I don't really run into areas. I normally always get back row. Black Ship. I do have a Mark II in here because I don't like to run 3. I'm more comfortable with just 2. It actually works really good. It doesn't clog as much as 3 will. And I don't like to have an extra one in hand, honestly. And if I get gear, most of the time I don't use these guys unless I draw them and and my armor's sent to grave and I can't really get them again. And then actually 3 needle walls. It's great. I love it. There's that one auger I was talking about. I don't like it in main, so I don't use it. 1 Thunder King. 3 Royal Decrees. And 2 Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmares. And that was my deck profile for Geargia Karakuri, July 2015. I hope you guys liked it.